Welcome back. Good to have you along. As always, you're watching Ozarks Tonight. I'm David Oliver. How proactive are you when it comes to the prevention of prescription drug abuse in your own home? A lot of people certainly are doing the right things, and there's a coalition here in town that aims to help improve those efforts. We're going to talk right now with Heather Lyons-Burney. She's a clinical assistant professor at the UMKC School of Pharmacy at Missouri State. That's her day job, but she's also part of the D.R.E.A.M coalition. Heather, it's good to see you again. Thanks for joining us.
Yes, thanks for having us on.
So let's begin. Before we talk about this event coming up on Wednesday this week that is going to give families and parents some good information, let's remind our viewers what the D.R.E.A.M coalition is all about here in town.
Sure. So we are a coalition made up of community members and volunteers. So it's not just healthcare folks like pharmacists, but it's a lot of other people that are involved in prevention of substance misuse. One of the big focuses with the D.R.E.A.M coalition has always been prevention of prescription drug and over-the-counter drug misuse. And so to that effect, we've been very involved with events like your drug take-back days that you may be familiar with that we have twice a year around the city. The D.R.E.A.M coalition's been very involved with that. As well as just getting information out about permanent drug drop boxes, how to properly store and dispose of medications. So those little disposal packets that you might see, we're very involved with that. As well as some of your kids may be familiar with the Generation RX programming, which is a lot of times targeted at youth in preventing prescription drug misuse by kind of empowering them and educating them on the dangers of misusing prescription drugs.
So the D.R.E.A.M coalition stays very busy, that's for sure. And certainly we are all familiar with those drug take-back events that have been very successful over recent years. But, you know, Heather, a lot of people watching us, you know, they hear about meth, they hear about heroin, they hear about other, you know, street drug issues we have locally. But sometimes we don't always think about the prescription drug misuse. Tell me more about that and why it's on the radar here in our community.
Sure. So it is dangerous. A lot of times people have this false sense of security with prescription drugs or even over-the-counter drugs in that because they're prescribed by a provider or available over the counter or approved by the FDA that they can be non-harmful. But a lot of the things that we do with our education is to, you know, kind of remind people that these are prescribed for a specific reason for a specific person, and you do need to take them as prescribed, and you do need to be careful with them, you know, talking with your doctor and your pharmacist as well. And then when you're done with those or you're not using them anymore, you know, getting them out of your house. And it's not just that we're worried about, you know, the safety of, you know, maybe accidental poisoning, you know, a kid getting a hold of those kind of things, or, you know, a pet could get a hold of those kind of things, or someone in your house, if you do happen to have opioids or some kind of pain medication that they may get a hold of. But we also worry about it being flushed into our water supply system. That's why, you know, the city's been very involved, the watershed community's been very involved with helping us with our take-back events to safely dispose of those medications, ensure that our water supply and downstream still stays healthy.
Before we talk about this event coming up this Wednesday, let me ask you real fast, from the pharmacological standpoint, from your day job, from being involved in the D.R.E.A.M coalition, do you think we're doing a pretty good job here locally? Are we heeding the warning? Are we taking up the cause?
I really do feel like at this area, you know, Southwest Missouri is very grassroots, which, you know, I love. Our take-back events are incredibly successful. And another thing that's happened is that we've gained a lot of permanent drug drop boxes to be able to dispose of those medications. You know, however, there's always awareness that needs to be had in the prescription drug abuse prevention arena, and it's still an issue. There's still a problem. Our providers, our healthcare professionals are very aware of it. Naloxone distribution is happening everywhere, but there still is a problem. And, you know, honestly, as we continue to be in this COVID environment, there's a lot of worry that sometimes this isolation or these stressors, or even, you know, during this holiday time, there's some stressors. So we do need to continue to educate everyone. And let's identify those stressors, and let's not turn to these prescription drug medications for relief for something that we could relieve other ways.
Okay, speaking of education, let's talk about this event coming up this Wednesday. It's a partnership between the D.R.E.A.M Coalition and the Boys and Girls Club. It's going to be a virtual event. It's free. It aims to give parents and families information. Tell me about it.
Yes, so we're hosting an event this Wednesday, this evening from 6 to 7. It's going to be a virtual event on Zoom with the Springfield Boys and Girls Club. And that's a medication safety event. And it's really meant for families to kind of be involved, so the whole family can kind of be in there, and it can be interactive. Hopefully it'll spark some good conversations as well. You know, what do your kids know about medication safety? Do they understand that there are dangers with misusing medications that aren't prescribed for them? And even those over-the-counter medications, which we maybe think are safe, can be really dangerous. And so, you know, hopefully it'll spark that conversation. There'll be some interactive presentations with Anna Jones with our CPO. We're having some folks that have kind of lived through the experience as well to talk about that. So we just encourage anyone and everyone to kind of join in. And again, just bring your family, whoever can be there, kids, teenagers, adults, grandparents, you know, whoever is in the household. And, you know, we just encourage everyone to participate in this and better understand how to be safe around medications.
Okay, we're running out of time, but remind us how folks can get more information if they'd like to be a part of that virtual event on Wednesday.
Sure. So you can go to our D.R.E.A.M Coalition Facebook page, which is Facebook/Greene County D.R.E.A.M Coalition. So you can search for that on Facebook, and there's some information there and a link to the Zoom as well as Community Partnership of the Ozarks and Anna Jones, which is ajones@cpozarks.org. And so they are the place to go as well if you want more specific information, or again, just search our Facebook page. I think you could probably contact the Springfield Boys and Girls Club, especially if you're already a part of that.
Okay.
So.
Heather Lyons-Burney, I appreciate your time. Best of luck. Again, the event's free. It's free information. It's potentially life-saving information, and it's happening this Wednesday. We'll put that information on how you can find the Zoom link as well on our website, ozarksfirst.com. Heather, thanks so much. Good to see you again.
All right. Thanks so much.
Okay. More Ozarks tonight after this quick break.